Thank you. I might type a little loud, so I'll step back a little bit. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Awaken. Thank you for showing up. I'm gonna read some poetry. Yeah. My gamble. My electronic frenzy, USB connected stem wave to brainware. 15 to 1, you'll find me dead, dangling atop a dictionary, swinging from a once bare rafter. Info transfer, osmosis, left on my own, my polarized socket circuits will kill. Left to my starboard, these hands tied by Ethernet cuffs. Freak show of phone jacks, release monster gates. I'm on the frontier of forefront. You can save it to the end, or you don't have to clap at all. I don't really give a shit. Proof controversial. A United Nations Secretary General report described terrorism as any act intended to cause harm with the purpose of intimidating a population or compelling a government or any international organization to do or obtain from doing any act, to maximize the severity and length of a psychological impact. Opponents really identify themselves as such. Killing civilians can be justified as a lesser evil in particular circumstances. Philosophers have expressed different views. Collaborating, cooperating, canonizing, consumption. Finding motivation can be a war on anything. However, one study suggests that suicide terrorism may be an exception to this general rule. Practicum. Practice airstrikes on playgrounds while children sit inside behind consoles, herded on empty calories, wasted on tabula rasa projections. Practice strategic intimidations on high-rises while adrift ex-voters sit under infrastructure's decay, drove on repetition, wasted on e-vote bygones. Practice close air support on the Gulf Coast while the surface sits, waits for anything to happen, skimmed on the top layers, wasted on industrial bases. Practice tactical insertions on trickle-down economies while run-of-the-mill pocketbooks sit, scream, covet change, dribbled on opulent jowls, wasted on despot indicators. Wi-Fi enabled. Plug and play, these ribs disconnect, right-click stubborn, left-click display, refresh the numb. 6'3" of heart, 4 chambers at once, pump ones and zeros, binary over tongue, switched on my optics, switched off my speech, legs left to run through data backups, my internal solid disk subverts dead or alive. Quasi-terrorism. Tracking steps incidental to the commission of crimes of violence, similar in form and method to general terrorism, while making provisions for Plato's real meaning. Its essential ingredient, it's not the main purpose to induce the immediate victim, rather use the modalities and techniques of the genuine terrorist to produce similar consequences. For example, taking hostages, differences between being in person and all being in your mind. And then I'm gonna read some new stuff. It's handwritten, so hopefully I can read it. For Hawking. If energy is neither destroyed or created, then time is a fallacy and does not matter. Longer you go, the more it drags on. If our world advances technology, then we'll be the ones conquering aliens like Columbus, like Vikings, like Alexander, like. And just so you know, the Social Security Administration has this thing called the master death file. And basically when you die, they put your number in there. So we'll all be in the same place soon. Artificial stupidity. Artificial stupidity. I am a falling tree in a forest without ears, once a towering feast lapping up your blushing rays. Return to the earthworms, Turing test after test, an imitation game. I'm intended to make errors. It's kind of my thing. I'm a left lunar rover, scraping by on a good view, while you build upon years, space dust piles up, not knowing my earthling counterparts associate hunting and competition with the finding of anything. I keep thinking I'll wake up in a Rob Reiner film where the leading lady grapples with confidence, not what she wants, instead of now, where we are all leads. It's much easier in 80s cinematography. For the most part, we are all broken records, lounging around turnstiles, waiting for the bar, the weight of an arm, but we are all cracked up, waiting for someone to want to hear us. We are too fragile. Sometimes I wonder in mechanization, the simplicity of a machine, not being able to make mistakes. We hold creators responsible for malfunctions, unless we are talking about pain, the problem of which is inevitable. In order for artificial intelligence to truly happen, then there has to be room for stupidity. Thank you.